CPAPy.
Yep. Sounds like you went to the gynecologist, got yourself a CPAP.
Hey, a little CPAP smear.
That's what I do every night. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to OK Bud, the podcast where everything's going to be okay, bud. I'm Ben Kissel at Ben Kissel1, joined by Jerry Aquino.
Hi.
At Miss_Jerry, Jerii, and Kyle Plouffe.
Hello.
At Kyle Plouffe. Hope everyone's having a fantastic start to their week. God knows we are.
Yes.
Why not?
God knows we all are.
Check out the Patreon, patreon.com/diebud. Also, shoot us an email, okbudpod@gmail.com. Let us know your thoughts. Send us pictures of your animals. Don't send us pictures of your kids.
I don't need that.
No need. We're
I
going
don't
to
need-
talk.
No.
We don't need that. We're going to talk briefly here, or in a moment, briefly, because we don't like to spend too much time on the man formerly known as Kanye West.
Yeah.
Yeah, so true.
But he has done it. He has cracked the code to get on the show.
Oh, snap. Were we holding out for as long as we could?
I desperately try not to speak about celebrity and all
Yeah.
the trash that goes with said celebrity.
Yeah.
Because it's all bullshit. But Kanye does have a recent song out, and it has a revelation. And
Oh
I
my
think we just need
God.
to discuss it and
Oh my
unpack it
God.
and figure out what's going on in the mind of America's favorite black white supremacist. but before we get to that, a couple of updates.
Ooh.
Last week, we talked about the man who stole a pet pig,
Yes.
murdered it in order to win the biggest pig competition.
Cheating, murder, bestiality. It's just
have
all
sex with
been
it.
bad. How do you know?
We don't know.
We don't know. He always wanted a prized pig.
Yeah.
If I ever get married, I'm going to say, Wanda, you're my prized pig.
Yeah.
Turn the vows.
Nice. Well, he was sentenced to one day in prison, or one day in jail. 1 day in jail. So, okay. I mean, I guess that it's okay.
I mean, I guess, yeah, but now he's just going to be out on the town finding the next pig to kill.
I think it's a one-off.
If with her, that lady must be pissed.
I don't know.
The pig's mom.
I guess the pig's mom is probably pissed. Maybe a week would have done it.
Yeah.
Maybe a week, but one day, again, we eat so many pigs. I feel like
they're
he.
like, yeah, they're like, this one slipped through the cracks as a pet, but technically we already do kind of kill them, so it's not that big of a deal.
Right. Maybe he had a rough night in jail. What if he had like the night in jail where it was like,
Like,
holy hell, what
yeah.
happened? Was,
Yeah.
I feel like Kanye's cousin.
Yeah, one day's just like a sleepover.
Yeah, one
It
night.
really
Sleepover in
is.
prison.
That's an experience.
Yeah.
It's not really an ordeal.
Yeah, because the sandwiches are like, oh my God, it's a cheese sandwich. It's really like jail. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Also, a small update on humanoid robots. It's just really fun. Now we're training them to run marathons. And this article is funny because they're like, don't worry,
What?
humans.
Why would we train them to have personal human goals?
Because we're on a path of human destruction that's going to be caused by us because now we have a
Right.
God complex.
Yeah, no, seriously.
It's really great.
Why would you? What in the hell does this serve?
There's soon robots are going to be running marathons, and we're just going to be like the movie Wall-E, morbidly obese, hanging out on our motor scooters, being like, "You run you one robot," and then they take over, and then
It doesn't make any sense at all.
it doesn't. So don't worry though, because currently the robots aren't doing well with the marathon. But as we saw with
Is it
AI,
because
it's
they
just a matter of
smoke?
time. Yeah. Yeah, robot meth is actually really on the rise. It's too bad.
That's why they want to show other robots that you can rise up above.
Mm-hmm.
You can run marathons. You can do anything that we put your mind to.
Absolutely. And it wasn't like the first time that a woman ran in the Boston Marathon where a bunch of Bostonians decided to stone her as if she was on the way to get crucified like Jesus.
What the fuck? What is this, Scarlet Letter over here?
Yeah, she ran a marathon. Everyone's like, no, marathons are for men. And it's like, marathons are gay.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Then there was one lady that jumped on the train, went 10 stops, totally cheated, shit her pants, and was crowned the winner of the women's that year.
Wait, she
Why
shat her
was shitting
pants?
Yes.
her pants a part of that?
A lot of people shit their pants to running the marathon.
But she did it to make it look like she did run it?
No, she really did it.
What?
So she didn't even run it and she shat her pants?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, she passed one of the qualifications.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Did I fake running this marathon? Look at this
No.
turd in my hand.
You smell that? It's a mud butt.
That's my shoes.
It's my ass.
Yep.
Well, it checks out. Her shoes have become toilets.
Oh my god.
She must have ran the marathon.
Why do people shit their pants?
There's no place else to go.
I would never in my life.
So stupid.
So stupid.
That's not a thing.
It is a thing. I have seen people winning marathons with shit running down their legs, and it's like competitive marathoners. I get that. If you are not...
Maybe clear out your system before you go on this fucking run. I don't know.
You have to eat something, otherwise you're going to die. You can't do it dehydrated.
Yeah, no.
Or without food in your tummy.
Well, I'm not... Okay, but you have to eat maybe 2 hours beforehand. Or even 3.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't chug a gallon of milk.
Right, because I would when I go running, I'll have an egg or two.
The smell that follows after you go by.
It's
Like, what, is there a newspaper plant in town?
I don't run for so long that I have to shit my pants and then I think, but I have to keep going. I've never ever thought that.
No, as soon as you feel the gurgle in your burbler, you gotta. That's when the race is done. That's when I'm like, oh, here's my number. I'm gonna go be a spectator. Where's all the drinking?
Google AI is saying a study that found that 12% of long distance runners have reported pooping.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
So
That's a
1
lot.
in 10 person that passes you as you're watching them is full of shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is
Wow.
why I'm never gonna watch those fucking shitbag
Yeah.
runners.
I don't care.
The reasons: reduced blood flow, stress and anxiety, physical jostling, and difficulty controlling sphincters.
Oh. It would be tough to control the sphincter while running. However, if you're a competitive walker, good sphincter control.
Yeah.
Very good sphincter control. And I have a sphinx and he is very uncontrollable.
Your cat.
Yeah.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of uncontrollable, let's get into the most recent, perhaps mental breakdown from, again, everyone's favorite college dropout, Ye.
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of this. So Kanye has a new song, and he's talking about sucking his cousin's cock.
Okay.
This is should we read the tweet first or play the song?
Let's read the tweet.
Yeah.
Let's read the tweet. Okay, so the tweet is, this song is called Cousins, about my cousin that's locked in jail for life for killing a pregnant lady a few years after I told him we wouldn't look at dirty magazines together anymore.
Oh my God. Wow. Way to make it about you.
Yeah,
I know.
Is that the reason why he killed a pregnant lady? He's like, we
Yeah.
can't suck each other's dicks anymore.
In this case, he says we're not going to look at dirty magazines anymore. He says, perhaps in my self-centered mess, I felt it was my fault that I showed him those dirty magazines when he was 6, and then we acted out what we saw. My dad had Playboy magazines, but the magazines I found in the top of my mom's closet were different.
Wow. He's really going in. He's like, story time.
My name is Ye, and I sucked my cousin's dick until I was 14. Tweet sent.
Wait, so
Inspiration
he
strike.
signs it. My name is Ye, and I hereby, therefore, henceforth, mention that I.
Yes.
Here to with.
It's like
Yeah.
when Donald Trump does one of his declarations.
Right. Like,
So-
why did he? Well, then that makes him feel like a little bit fake.
Yeah, let's just listen to some of the song, and we'll figure out if it's real or if this is just another brilliant way to get his name in the news. As, of course, Kanye West continues to inspire millions and millions of
Constantly
people.
finds this different creative edges.
He really does.
Hanging with my cousin, reading dirty magazines. We seen two niggas kiss and we ain't know what that shit mean. Then we start reenacting everything that we had seen. That's when I gave my cousin head, gave my cousin head, gave my cousin head.
Oh my God.
Wow. So,
I gave my cousin head.
It goes on.
do you think that?
That's pretty much the gist.
Wow.
Gave my cousin head.
Yeah.
Gave my cousin head.
Not exactly like a subtle poetic kind of take on what happened.
No.
Just him saying I gave my cousin head a lot. But okay, would this not clearly seem like a mental episode?
Okay, so we were talking about this before the show, but we shelved it
Yeah.
for the program.
Right.
Yeah.
It was a fully produced, written song.
Episodes can go on for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Or
They can
is
be
it-
like months.
So you're talking about a season. So he had a season,
He had
not an
a-
episode.
Yeah.
It's still considered an episode, but yeah, sure. He had a season.
But this seems like new because before he was like, my wife's all naked, look at her pussy. And now he's talking about sucking his cousin's cock. It seems like a whole new thing.
I
Yeah.
know. That's precisely what makes him the schizophrenic.
Okay. Oh, you think this is a schizophrenic thing?
Yeah, I think he's having
Or
like
bipolar.
or bipolar.
But okay, so all of that aside, does it not make it real? Is it not true that he sucked his cousin's cock until he was
That we-
14?
that-
Because why would
we
somebody
don't
say that if
know.
it wasn't true?
Well, it's like you said, he loves being just the ringmaster of the media circus.
Yeah, but there's so many ways to do it.
And
Yeah.
he's
But he's
knocked
running out of
down-
reasons.
He's knocked down a lot of them.
He did, but I would go to competitive eating first. You know, as I've
He
been
couldn't
mentioning,
do that because his jaw was wired shut one time.
Because he was competitively eating his cousin's ass.
It'd be dangerous
yeah, why
gonna
was
have
his
to be-
jaw wired shut?
for a car accident.
They blamed it on the car accident because he was getting a little mouthy.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
Howie, I would love to suck your cock, but you know I got my mouth wired shut. I can't do it right now.
And then meanwhile he's like, man, my poor cousin, stop. He killed a woman just because I said that we couldn't look at dirty magazines together anymore.
Not just a woman, he got a doubler. He killed a woman who was pregnant. So I don't think that there's a correlation between looking at nudie magazines and then stabbing pregnant women.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
But maybe in the mind of Ye, that was really the main problem. It seems as if he is sort of not taking full responsibility for sucking his cousin's cock until he was 14. Also, it appears his cousin was younger.
Yeah, his cousin, he started at 6 years old with his cousin, he said.
And so
Oh,
Kanye was older.
He was older, yeah.
So,
It's
yeah.
Oh my god.
incestuous, it's child molestation, it's...
Somewhere Lena Dunham is wiping her big brow, just being like, thank God I'm not the worst sister on earth.
Hilarious.
Finding pebbles in her sister's pussy.
Oh, my
Jesus
God.
Christ.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
She wrote that in her own book.
And-
when I write my book, I'm leaving some things out.
Yeah.
Ye is also changing the name of his new album. It was previously Dub 3, World War 3. He's going to change it to Cuck.
Oh, boy.
Wait,
He's changing the title to Cuck.
I feel like you're just saying sarcastic sentences.
This is reported by
You're-
TM to the Z.
Wow, that's insane.
Yes.
No, is anyone around to stop Ye anymore? It's like everyone kind of like just gave up.
Also, he's like currently really fighting for custody of his kids, and I think some are like around the age 6.
Yeah.
Maybe this isn't
Yeah.
gonna help.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not going to help.
I don't know. Anyway, so we'll just go right to comments. Any comments in the chat?
I mean,
I don't
it's
even know where
sad.
to go.
Everyone's
really.
asking if this is real or if it's an AI song.
No,
which
it's
I
real.
totally get, but it's real.
I mean, it may have been written. It may have. I don't know. It sounds like very. What is that? Auto-tuned, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It definitely sounds like him. I could see how it could be AI just because it is very auto-tuned. And then also because of the tweet. Like,
The tweet,
what if
yes.
what if it's someone else writing shit, hacked into it, writing shit for
but
him?
it
Yeah, no,
doesn't-
we know that doesn't check out. It
Yeah.
totally checks out that it was Kanye.
Well, I think Kanye is probably the only unhackable person on the internet because the hacker would make him seem better
Yeah, so true.
because he's just so nuts.
He's so good at making himself look worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
But we're talking about him. But again, it's like
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe we're falling right into the trap. Maybe we've been trapped now, and now we're discussing him. I don't think
We've
we're helping.
constantly been trapped.
It's just an odd recording session to me, like, because, they have to, like, keep going over their lines. Like, I gave my cousin head. All right, that wasn't right. I gave my cousin head.
Yeah. No.
Can we go to towards the end of the
So
song
stupid.
because I only was able to hear the first half and then I got way too aroused and I had to,
Yeah, that's what
I had
happened.
to stop it because I didn't want to
Right.
blow my load or this early in the week.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
but
Your weekly load.
It's been multiple weeks.
Like a bud.
Yeah, I know. Should we make Ye out of the week? No.
No.
I know.
Pray that I don't die. But if I die, you in the sky. 2 bites of the quake. Don't leave, just stay there. Let's go on a vacay. The world behind.
All right. Well, there
What
you go. So
the
it was sort of
hell?
the last
That
words.
got really dark.
Yeah.
If it didn't start off dark, it got even darker.
Yeah. It started off with I'm sucking my cousin's cock, and now it's like maybe I should die,
Yeah.
which I guess is the natural sort of turn. That's kind of the natural progression of that, I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
I suppose so. Yeah.
all right. Well, there you go, everyone. Just have a great week, and that's the show. Yeah. And I hope
it.
everyone, that's great. And
It's not really gonna go anywhere else from there.
no, there's nothing else to say. George Bush hates black people, and Kanye obviously loves them enough to suck their dicks when they're six.
Yeah.
When they're related.
Yeah.
Wow.
There is a new color.
What?
Yeah, this is exciting news.
Stop. What? No.
Yes.
No.
Yes, there is an impossible new color. It's very rare. This is a true story.
Yeah, if it's the color that we're looking at right fucking now, I'm gonna be so annoyed.
Only 5 people can see this new color.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you one of them, you idiot?
More people turning stupid things into how do I make this fully about me?
Are you a dummy? Can you see it?
This is you know what this is? Before this even starts, this is definitely 2 people fighting over what color they thought this fucking sweater was or something.
Oh my god, I hate
and
that
then,
shit.
And then they're like, oh well, it's only because like I can see it, but you can't, because everyone knows that like men are kind of colorblind, but then like we have access to like this one portal in our iris where we can see the color that you can't, dumb bitch. Like
Whoa.
that's totally what happened.
All right,
I don't even have to read the article.
turns into a male manifesto. Researchers, and you can take them seriously. They're researchers.
Oh, okay.
They have discovered a new color outside the range of the human color vision. So did they or did they not?
Yeah.
You have to have laser retinas to see it. You have to have laser in your retinas to see it. I
I
don't
mean, you
frickin'
have to have your eyes like lasered.
I don't frickin' know.
So anyone that's had laser, the what is it called, LASIK surgery?
LASIK, I guess.
So they can see it. 'Cause
I did.
This color only happens when you peel off certain layers off of your eyeball, right off the top.
Right. I did some research because I was like, maybe I should get LASIK, but then I don't take my contacts out anyway, so I kind of got it.
Yeah.
It's horrible. You have to go in like every 5 years and get it redone. And then I just watched Final Destination way too many times. I'm just not trusting. They're like,
Yeah.
laser in your eyes. It's fun. It's called LASIK. I'm like, what if I don't?
Yeah, I would. I'm totally fine with it. Plus, I like kind of going back and forth between glasses and contacts.
And then sometimes when you lose your contacts, you're all blind and you're like, ooh,
Oh, fuck
art.
the world. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. So there are only so many colors that the typical human eye can see. Estimates put that number just below 10 million. Apparently there's just below 10 million colors.
Oh, boy.
Joke's on them. I don't see color.
Wow.
Wow, Kayatola. He's really, he went woke.
Taking up space. I do not see color.
Wow.
Take up space.
Wokatola.
Yeah, just as militant on the other side.
But now, for the first time, scientists say they've broken out of that familiar spectrum that none of us knew about.
I know.
They introduced a new world of color. This was a paper that was published in the Science Advances journal. A precise laser setup to stimulate the retinas of 5 participants, making them the first humans to see a color beyond our visual range.
Oh my God.
And it's an impossibly saturated bluish-green. So isn't it just fucking bluish-green?
Yeah, it's like a bluish green.
I'm wondering what this is gonna. They're trying to sell a product, I believe, because that's the rule of marketing is to make you feel like you're missing out on something. So you need that thing, and now everyone's like, "Wait, I can't see a thing.
Oh, it's kryptonite.
I want to see that thing.
I want to see the thing."
It's kryptonite colored.
Oh, yeah. It's kryptonite color.
Yeah, it's fully kryptonite.
Well, kryptonite's like green.
Yeah, like a bluish green.
It is like a bluish-green. I want to see that new Superman because I want to see that dog.
Oh yeah, dog flies.
Krypton.
It's got a cape on it.
What's
and
his
everything.
name?
Oh,
I think it's
Is it Krypton?
I think so.
The dog?
Krypdog?
Dogg. Oh,
Crip
Crip Dogg
Dog.
would be cute. Snoop Dogg is Superman with Crip Dog?
Move over.
Snoop Dogg, you have to make a Superman.
Yeah, that'd
be
cool.
amazing.
That would be pretty cool.
He also has to make a country album. I saw him perform Roll Me Up and Smoke Me When I Die with Willie Nelson.
Oh, that's
and it was
awesome.
It was amazing.
Oh my God, it's so sick.
And Willie's still alive. Willie is alive to know that Kanye sucked his cousin's cock.
Oh, protect Willie Nelson from this information at all costs.
That's going to kill him.
It's gonna kill him.
Our
Dog's name is Crypto.
Crypto.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
I wonder how much his shits weigh. Could you pick him up? Do you think you could pick up one of his poops?
Like it's Thor's hammer. You can't do it unless you have the superpower.
I would imagine.
Yeah. Just like you
Walking.
can't see this color.
Can you take your dog's shit off my lawn? I'm trying.
I can't.
I literally can't.
Super Dog. The dog is Super Dog.
I'm not the chosen one. Do you want to try?
Well, that sucks worse than the shit on my lawn.
Right.
Yeah.
Loser.
You probably couldn't stomp it though either. If it's just hard. I mean, really, the big problem with shit is you step on it and it gets on your shoe and then you're all pissed off.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be the
If you
worst.
step on it and it's just like a rock. I mean, I guess who cares? Our retinas contain 3 types of cone cells. You know this, Jerry?
Yeah.
Cones and
Why?
rods.
Wait, what?
They're cone cells, right?
Uh-huh.
And they're photoreceptors that detect the wavelengths of life. What kind of cones do you think we got?
The wavelengths of life,
Of light.
of light.
Of light.
Got it.
Sorry. So we got S cones. The S cones, they pick up relatively short wavelengths, right?
Uh-huh.
We see those as blue.
Oh.
Okay.
That's your short ass wavelength, right?
Yeah.
And the M cones, I'm not a teacher. Then the M cones, they react to medium wavelengths. Those are green. So the medium ones are green, right?
Right.
And then the L cones, they're triggered by long wavelength. That shit's red. So the short is blue, the medium is green, and the long is red. These red, green, and blue signals travel to the brain where they're combined into a full color vision that we experience.
Yeah. Except for the bluish-green.
Except for this one, right?
We've never been able to see it.
These 3 types, they overlap. The light that activates the M cones will also activate either S and L cones, right? So this is according to Ren. His last name is
Stimpy?
NG.
Oh.
Ing.
Ing. Is that Ing? Thank you, because I really didn't want to mess that up. He says, there's no light in the world that can activate only the M cone cells because if they are being activated for sure, one or both other types get activated as well. Right? So isn't that interesting? But then his research team, they wanted to try to find if they could just do that. So they wanted to develop a new technical color. You'll like this, Jerry. And they wanted to call it Oz.
What?
Ooh.
Oz.
Why?
The name comes from Wizard of Oz.
No, yeah, I could have.
And you know what?
guessed
I
that,
like.
probably.
I said that you'd like it because of the movie Wicked.
Yeah, I do. I did like the movie Wicked.
Well, if you like the movie Wicked, then you're familiar with the Emerald City,
Yes.
where things look the most dazzling, and that color green is what Ing wanted to explore. So that's why they created this bunch of bullshit. They did a bunch of bullshit, yada yada yada, and then they created.
He's sitting there eating mushrooms, watching Wicked, and he's like, "Man, you know, has anyone really ever explored the color emerald?"
Right, because they did.
That's it.
He did it.
Yeah.
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 That was it. That's as far as his brain went.
He was one of the participants. So he went into
Of
a
course
dark.
he was.
Yeah. He went into a darkened lab and sat at a table. They say, quote, there were lasers, mirrors, deformable mirrors, modulators, and light detectors. And then he saw this stupid fucking color.
That's not.
He's like, he just goes into a room by himself. He's like, guess what? You'll never believe it. I can see shit you guys can't.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's like, the trick is you guys sit in this room in the dark for like 5 minutes, and then you turn on the lights really, really quick.
Yeah.
Yep.
And whatever color comes up in your brain, you know, when you like blink a whole bunch and then you see those colors in front of your face.
Well, they showed him something like a real tiny like thumbnail.
Yeah.
And they say in that square, he glimpsed the Emerald City, a color the researchers have named Olo.
Olo.
Well, is it Oz or is it Olo?
I don't fucking know.
Or is it-
It's based off Oz, but they call it Olo.
Okay.
It's a derivative of Oz.
Olo only live once.
I'm sorry. So stupid.
And what exactly did Olo look like? Ing says it was blue-green with unprecedented saturation.
Oh, unprecedented.
Unprecedented saturation. You know what? No one will ever have the best, like, better vision than Pocahontas. That's it. This bitch painted with all the colors of the wind. Did he ever do that?
No.
I don't think so.
Don't do shit. He just
No.
sat there, looked at a square, and was like, unprecedented.
Yeah.
Unprecedented saturation.
Yeah, this does not. What we all have cancer and stuff, right?
Yeah. You know.
But they're just solving this.
Right.
He says, this is according to Manuel Spitzchan. His name is Spitzchan. It's a fascinating study. truly groundbreaking advance in the ability to understand the photoreceptor mechanisms underlying color vision. The technical demands necessary to achieve this, they're enormous. Isn't that?
Are they? Are they enormous?
It must suck to be these guys. They work so hard, and then it's like, yada, yada, yada. Did you know the earth is flat? Like when they go to like, you know, Thanksgiving. It's like, okay, doctor, tell us more about that new color.
Yeah. And then outside the door with liver failure. You're like, he comes out. He's like, we've done it. You're like, what? You got the cure? And he's like, nah, I saw a crazy shade of blue.
New color. Remember like Wizard of Oz?
It was pretty sick. You should have been there.
And his little nephew was like, Kanye sucks his cousin's dick. And he's like, why am I alive? What am I doing here? They say it's a technical breakthrough. According to Martin...
Technically, it's a breakthrough.
Yeah. According to Martin Cammermans, his name is Cammermans, it's a technical breakthrough, and I would have loved to have been in that lab. These guys suck.
Yeah.
What a bunch of boring assholes.
Yeah, I was going to say, this story sucks.
They're looking for a contractor like Sherman Williams
I
or some
can't believe
paint
they
company.
tricked us into reading this article completely.
I read it actually like 4 or 5 times. I would read different articles,
Yeah.
and at no point was it interesting.
Yeah, no, it didn't seem. I like fully. I went student high school on you guys and just got like tuned out for a second.
Right, yeah.
It's like yada yada yada. New color of green.
Well, let's move on then.
Cool.
Do you know the band The New Pornographers?
No, are they?
I do now.
They're a band.
Yeah.
Or are they just
Can you
new
Google New Pornographers music?
You want that on your Google search?
Oh yeah, I mean it's not the it's just the drummer.
Yeah.
That
Band.
that's in trouble.
Just put band before and after the words.
Yeah, what do they say?
Band. It's the musical band whose title, the name after them is New Pornographers.
Yeah, what's their famous song?
I don't know if they have a famous song. I think they're famous from what you were about to tell everybody.
Well, their drummer, his name is Joe Siders. He was arrested for child pornography.
What? Oh my God! Isn't that a little too on the nose?
Yeah.
Isn't that stupid?
Is that him hiding in plain sight or something? He's like, no, they're never gonna guess, man, because we're gonna call ourselves the New Pornographers.
I feel like this band has been around for a long time. There's probably some music people thinking, oh my God, we're so out of touch. We don't know who the New Pornographers are.
Challengers is their top song.
Okay, let's see what... Oh, it sounds like a pedophile song.
Definitely a pedophile song.
It's all quiet and shit.
Yeah.
Come sit next to me.
Where's all the moaning? Okay, we get it. You know how to play guitar.
Yeah.
Are there any words?
I don't know.
Well, let's just wait.
It was late.
Oh boy. Oh, it's a woman?
We were greeting the sun.
There's a woman in this.
Oh, it's Jelaine Maxwell.
I kind of like it, actually. All right, let's move on.
I don't like it at all.
I kind of liked her voice, though. It was kind of a peaceful voice, kind of the one.
Nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fury.
Well, Joe Siders, he's their drummer. He's been arrested on child pornography charges.
Yeah.
Which is one of the oldest pornographies in the game, unfortunately.
Yeah, the people in the pornography are new. The pornography was not new.
Exactly. And I think that's probably the title he was working in.
Yeah, we're going to have a bunch of new people in this scene. Like, what?
Yeah.
Kids?
They're 2 years
I mean,
old.
you could say that.
They're like new to like this life.
Yeah.
I did read an article, and it was interesting. It was in one of my law and journal that I like to look at my .coms, my law and journals, and I think it was Law and Crime, and they were talking about new AI child pornography, and there's going to be so much litigation about this. It's really fucking nasty. But I say just throw them all away.
Yeah.
Why would there be litigation about it?
Because they're like, no kids are getting hurt.
Yeah, it's a victimless
AI,
crime,
it's victimless.
technically. Yeah.
But
No,
I
fuck
just don't.
that.
I
Yeah,
just
no, that's
can't.
not good.
I'm sorry.
I hate that so much.
My liberalism ends, and they're not like they're sexually minor attracted persons, and it's like,
Yeah,
no, I'm
no,
sorry,
no,
they're
no.
chomos,
Yeah.
and that's just
There's
never
definitely going to be
change.
someone out there who's going to be like, well, then how else are we supposed to try to rehabilitate pedophiles back into the world? And I hate that.
Yeah, take Wellbutrin and Lexapro and kill your sex drive like I did.
Yeah.
It's very, very easy not to be horny. Oh God, I took care of many kids who were molested by their parents, and it ain't right. It's nasty, and everyone wants them. Okay, so the rocker, he was 44. He wasn't just busted with child pornography charges. On April 9th, he went to a restaurant. Everyone goes to a restaurant. But he was seen entering and exiting the restroom with juvenile male.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he was kind of into the poo-poo and the pee-pee of the baby.
Oh my god.
So Cedars was taken into custody. He's got a great pedophile mugshot.
Yeah.
It's like he's got the
comb over.
Yes, he's got a bit of a comb over. He's 44 years old, wrinkle free. It was very nice.
Wow.
And he's going to get his ass peed in a prison.
It's because he eats baby's blood.
Yes, he really does. So he was seen 2 days earlier. The police were called to the same Palm Desert eatery. So he was double dipping.
Jesus.
Palm Desert.
Yes, Palm Desert indeed.
Wow.
A young boy reported an inappropriate interaction with an older male. That interaction was, of course, this fella.
Oh my God.
That boy was 11 years old. He told the police that a man had recorded him on a cell phone while he was using the restroom at the location.
Wow, what a scumbag.
Jesus.
Yes, I mean, he's like, well, I want to go film kids on the toilet, but I really love the ham sandwiches at this eatery.
Right. He's
So
like,
it's like I don't want to go to a different place.
I think I can knock out 2 birds with 1 pedophile.
So after executing search warrants, law enforcement found more evidence implicating Cedars in the 2 reported incidents, along with additional crimes, including possession of child pornography. He was booked at the John Benoit Detention Center, so if it's anything like Chris Benoit, he will be choked out
Oh boy.
any moment.
Or Benoit balls.
Boy.
Up his ass.
Right, right.
Yes, it's interesting. So he was found in possession of child pornography, and then this is a quote, annoying/molesting a child.
You said annoying?
Annoying, but I will annoy the fuck out of a kid.
Yeah, I will annoy a kid all day.
I'll throw a spitball. These kids
Yeah.
need to toughen the fuck up.
Yeah, I'll take it's spitballs. Just be like, just do the whole stop hitting yourself thing. Stop
Right.
hitting yourself, or just do the thing where the finger is right in front of their face and be like, I'm not touching you. Technically not touching you.
Absolutely.
I'm technically not touching you. This is annoying, but why? I'm not even touching you. I'm not doing anything.
What I like to do is put a little schmutz on my finger.
Yeah.
And then say, hey, you got something on your face, and then but I wipe it on them.
Oh wow,
Classic.
that's messed up.
Yeah, they're all stupid and stuff. They're
Yeah,
kids.
yeah.
So they say he was found for annoying/molesting a child. And again, let's focus on the molesting.
Yeah, annoying. That's an official charge.
Annoying. That's
That's a charge. I'll kick a kid right now. They'll just boot a kid. When was the last time you saw like a child, like a kid? Like I'm talking
Yeah.
about when they're sentient, not
Yeah.
beautiful Caden, who's only 1 year old.
Well,
No,
actually, I defended Caden against a little 6-year-old piece of shit who was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
why does the baby look mad? It's like, because that's his face all of the time. He's adorable and he's mad looking and you're in front of him. Get away from him.
from
as soon as they start talking,
Yeah.
and then becoming, oh, I walk around, I have ideas. Well, now you're one of us.
I'll slap the shit out of you. I'll slap you right now.
Absolutely.
And then the mom came up and I was like, oh my God, he's precious. What's his
Ugh,
name?
disgusting.
It was rough.
Which makes all of this even more disgusting.
Right.
That this guy's following them into the bathroom. So, annoying/molesting a child, invasion of privacy, and attempted invasion of privacy. The investigation is ongoing, and the sheriff's department believes there's probably many more victims. A lot of the photos being used here, this pedophile caught a fish
That's crazy.
in one of the photos. According to sources, the musician is being held on a $1 million bail bond. He's due in court April 22nd,
Wow.
which I believe is tomorrow.
Yep.
Shortly after the news of his arrest, the bandmates were like, you can't be our drummer anymore. But I thought that was a prereq
I know,
to be
right?
a drummer.
Yeah, I thought that's how he got in.
Yeah, the drummers are always like the ones who are kind of the weird ones because they don't have to talk at all.
Yeah.
And
They're
now
talented.
this band has to like put out a statement and being like, okay, just because we call ourselves the new pornographers,
Right.
we just wanted to say
Right.
that we were separating ourselves from the drummer.
Yeah, they did. They went on Instagram and posted about it.
Yep. And this is a good reason to kick somebody out of a group,
It's
not
a
for
pretty
like
solid
frivolous
reason.
bullshit reasons because
Yeah.
you fucking married psychopaths.
Yeah.
So everyone in the band is absolutely shocked. This is according to the band.
Yeah, absolutely shocked, horrified,
Yeah, they say absolutely shocked, horrified, and devastated
devastated.
that he would annoy a child.
I am beside myself at that.
Yeah.
He would annoy a child.
They say we immediately severed ties with him. Our hearts go out to everyone who has been impacted by his actions. So to the fans, this is one of those questions. If he was the singer, you got to throw the baby out with the bathwater. You can't listen to him.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
the band The Lost Prophets,
Yeah.
where that lead singer impregnated a fan to fuck the baby.
Yeah, that's so.
What?
And he's currently in prison. What the hell was that name?
Oh my god!
What was his name? The Lost Prophets. It was like a famous band.
That?
I didn't know them or like them or whatever.
Ian Watkins,
Yes, Ian Watkins.
Oh my god!
sentenced to 35 years.
But he was the lead singer, so you kind of can't avoid it when you listen.
Yeah.
But the new Pornographers, it's the drummer. So can you still? That's the comment question.
Every time my heart feels the beat, I can't. It just
can't.
feels wrong.
Yeah. And then Kanye's like, I found a new band.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, in a land far, far away. Comment. Do you think you can listen to the new Pornographers? Let us know what you think.
Can you separate the drummer from the
Can
baby?
you? OKBudPod@gmail.com.
What the fuck?
Artist separation. Because, I still listen, and I don't get into this argument anymore because I've had great conversations with black women, and then I talk about Michael Jackson, and it all falls apart.
oh wow,
So I don't talk about it anymore.
Yeah.
I don't talk. But I can still listen to MJ.
Yeah.
I do still listen to MJ.
As a matter of fact, Kyle is a Ye fan.
Yeah.
Kyle's a Ye fan. Well, I'm a formerly known Kanye West fan.
Right.
College Dropout was amazing. It's just so sad.
Has it gone too far now?
It's gone.
I know.
It's been going too far.
Okay.
So I would argue since the life of Pablo.
Pablo's great.
Oh my! But that's when it really started fucking diving off of a cliff.
Yeah, after that,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
good.
Kyle has a very high bar,
I do.
a very high tolerance
Oh,
for what he
Lord.
accepts in his.
So ridiculous.
Yeah, he sucked his cousin's cock when he was 6, but the beat.
It's great.
But it's really fascinating what he did lyrically with people from his town.
To make things worse, Cedar is Canadian, and so is the band. He's been with the band since 2014. Oh my God! Never. I'm so stupid. The vocalist is Nico Case.
Who's that?
Oh, Nico Case is super famous.
Oh,
I have no idea who Nico Case is.
Yeah. Oh, people are yelling at me. I can already tell. Yeah, Nico Case has been around for a fucking minute.
Yeah. She
Yes.
doesn't look familiar.
She is. I guess she's indie. Would you say indie music?
I guess so.
Yes.
Stuff.
But yeah, she has been around for a long time. I didn't realize that was her band. So yeah, that sucks for her.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, it just went right over her eyes. The fact that she was working with this total creep.
Well, I just don't think anyone talks to the drummer. They just sit there.
You just look at her, you're like, hey, what's up, man?
Yeah.
And then you just move on.
The drummer's like in between thinking about fucking children. He's just like, I'm the backbone of this band.
Yeah.
You don't even no one really respects me, but I'm the backbone of music.
Right.
And it was like, yeah, no one. Does anyone go see a drummer play alone?
No, unless they're also singing.
Unless they're singing like Levon Helm, who was one of my favorites. Anyway, the group has dropped their latest single, "Ballad of the Last Payphone,"
Oh, God.
which I actually like that name.
That's kind of nice.
We've already lost any kind of ability to monetize this. Should we listen to "Ballad of the Last Payphone"?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Come on, Kyle. We're putting you to
Why
work
not?
today.
Yeah.
Kyle. Come on, Kyle.
Come on, Cal.
I've been watching too much South Park, and every time they say
Oh my
Kyle,
God.
and I'm
Hey,
like
Cal.
Cartman.
Yeah.
Hey, Kyle.
Cal.
I love when. Oh, is it?
This is the ballad of the last payphone.
So is the drummer the pedophile on this track?
Yeah.
Okay. Seems like music to entice a child too.
Yeah. Oh, he's beating that drum too fucking hard, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you would. You would.
Says faces of Justin Bieber. No, too twee, too white. Can't do it.
Hate that so much.
I hate it. I hate that.
Also, he's a little overstated. It's like he forced everyone to make sure that the drums were over everything.
Right.
She has a beautiful subtle voice.
She does.
And
She
he's
really
like,
does.
Don't. Shh, I'm a pedophile. You know. Mm-hmm. That's what I heard.
That's all I hear now.
Yeah.
That's all I hear now.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's that. So I guess tomorrow or Wednesday we'll have an update on how that thing goes or whatever and whatever.
Whatever.
All right, well, let's move on. We talked about some medical news. Let's continue on with some medical news.
Okay.
This story is really disturbing, so just be careful if you feel like you got a little stomach ache.
Oh no! I constantly have stomach aches.
Well, it might be a parasite.
Or all the chocolate chip cookies I eat.
God, I ate so much fucking yesterday.
Yeah.
So the world's largest human parasite has been removed from a man. He was 35 years old, and it was a simple cooking mistake. The man called for help after he spotted a worm, blood red and thrashing,
Oh my God.
in his urine bag.
Oh. Wait,
Is that a parasite in your urine bag, or are you just happy to see me?
what? Wow.
So he couldn't pee. He was all horrified, right?
Oh,
And then they found a massive red worm wiggling out of his bladder. And then
and that's just his penis.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was
that's
gonna
just
say,
my
did
worm
it-
cock.
Oh my God. Ew, it's so long.
It's 30 centimeters long.
Oh my God.
So the medic snapped pictures of it because it's so huge.
Oh my God. Did it end up coming out of his pee-pee?
It emerged through a catheter, still alive.
So yes, in his pee-pee.
Yes, it's better known as a giant kidney worm.
Ew.
Doctors say the dude was eating some raw fish that he had fished out of a nearby lake. They said it was likely an infected fish, and then the worm's larvae can live inside undercooked freshwater fish as well. So he was admitted to the hospital. He was suffering fevers. He was unable to urinate. He was pale, had a racing heart. At first, they were suspecting bladder infection, so they gave him some antibiotics. The second day, the man called for help after spotting a worm thrashing in his urine bag. Tests confirmed that it was a 3 to 4 millimeter wide worm. If it had been female, it could have grown over a meter long.
What?
It's a big bitch.
Yep. Doctors continued to check the man's urine for the next 3 days, but found no worms or any traces of eggs.
This is why I don't mess with seafood, man.
No, this is why you wash your hands.
Well, cook your fish.
No, yeah, you gotta cook.
You gotta cook. You gotta wash your hands. You gotta look. It says there's all the common mistakes: not washing your hands,
Right.
scratching your anal area, and then touching surfaces or food without washing hands.
That's the thing. It's like there's one thing to have a worm, but then also in your mind, you're like, who fucking wiped their asshole and gave me a ham sandwich?
Seriously.
Like, oh, it's so gross.
Seriously.
And just
All you have to do is wash your hands.
so before this, he says that he had urinated worms in the past, pissed out worms.
He has done that?
He has before this. He's like, I piss out worms all the time.
It's a him
This guy,
problem. It's a
Jesus.
him problem. He needs to wash his fucking hands.
Yeah, I think so. Before treatment could be completed, the man discharged himself against medical advice. He was like, fuck it, I'm out of here.
Yeah. They were like, no, wait, the worm's not done getting out of your...
That's my friend.
Putting him in my tequila bottle now.
So it blocks urine flow as it grows. This can result in symptoms like blood in the urine, difficulty
my
pissing,
God.
in severe cases, kidney damage. The CDC says wash your fish and frogs. Apparently, if I don't eat
Wash
amphibians.
your frogs?
Yeah, I don't eat amphibians.
Well, technically, frogs taste like little chicken.
I know they don't eat chicken,
Yeah, I know, because it's like bigger.
and it's just gross to me. They live in
Yeah.
swamp water.
It's so true. They really do. They're pretty swampy.
That
aren't
was
they?
the thing that gets me that I do agree with not fish eaters. The ocean's a toilet, right?
Yeah.
And so anything you get out of there is shit eating all day long. All they do is eat shit.
Well, isn't that also where we get a lot of our water from?
I mean, I only scoop my water out of the toilet.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
I-
that's different then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, to Jerry's point, they said don't scratch your asshole. That's how you get worms. So anyone,
Yeah.
Yep, undercooked meat. Anyway, so just be careful out there. If you're
Just
gonna-
luckily, one of the good things about living in a post-COVID world, I feel like everyone is a little more accustomed to.
I think it's over.
You think it's? Oh, you think people completely stopped washing their hands?
Yeah, I went to the horse races yesterday with Kyle, his beautiful baby mama, and her friend, and of course, baby.
Nice.
And I was in the restroom, and not one person washed their hands. I do a dab. I do my little dab.
I do a whole. You do a dab.
I dab. I mean, I don't.
Little performative dab.
No, it's not performative.
Performative
It's not
dab.
performative.
Yeah, it is
I turn the fucking water on, get my hands wet, shake them off.
Yeah. See, well, you be careful out there. You never
I'm
know.
telling.
You never
No
know
one's
when you're
washing
gonna-
their hands anymore. Is
You
what
know,
I'm saying.
you never know when when one of those little worms are going to be lodged up your pee bag.
They're not coming in me. They don't like me.
Well, whoa. You don't know that. They could be laying eggs in there, coming all over the place. All over the bladder. Just wash the hands.
All right. Well, let's just do one more story that has nothing to do with medicine, and we're just going to do a little true crime story.
Okay.
Okay, then Jerry's got to go.
Jerry's gotta go, people.
Beaten in the street. A thug mom batters a woman with a hammer in a love triangle. Okay, so mom was all mad. Her name is Colleen Campbell. She teamed up with 3 of her friends. They were other girlfriends. This was in Greater Manchester.
Oh, she looks Greater Manchestian.
Yes, Manchester has some of the hottest babes in the world.
Emphasis on the chest.
I know.
This is the killer. She's like super hot, and I would probably find myself. Well, I'm done with hoes.
Yeah.
You know what I say? I'm done. What do I say?
You're done hoeing.
You can't be Captain Save-A-Ho.
Yes, and then also my hoe days are done, both being with and being one. That's what I said.
Oh, that's the one. Okay.
That was also a hoe.
Yeah.
So just days later, she helped plot the brutal murder of her ex-gangster husband, Thomas Campbell.
Damn, she's gangster for that.
She's gangster. Big old fake boobs. Campbell, 38, was jailed for 13 years for convicted manslaughter.
Oh, no.
So,
but you're supposed to get your boob implants changed every 10.
Ooh.
are you?
Yes.
10?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, what is she going to do? She could get sick.
Yeah. The mom was hauled before the courts for her role in the hammer attack alongside Hannah Derbyshire, Chloe Bamford, and Simon Bowden.
Derbyshire.
Yeah, I'll give you a Derbyshire. So, shocking CCTV camera shows Derbyshire raining down blows and kicks on the victim. And then Bowden, armed with a 2 foot long drill bit, pulled out a balaclava
A balaclava. It's a ski mask.
over his face and then joined the attack.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And then Killer Campbell can be seen striking the victim multiple times with a hammer.
Wow.
So that ain't right.
Pure daylight?
Pure daylight. Manchester.
What the hell are they doing over there?
The 3 female attackers surrounded her and continued for about 90 seconds. Then scrambled back into the car and fled the scene. This was later found in her home when the police searched it, the victim's handbag.
Oh.
So they took the handbag with her. All 4 have pleaded guilty.
Wow.
Campbell and Bowden were sentenced to 18 months, while Derbyshire and Bamford both handed suspended prison sentences.
Wait, what?
For murder?
I guess. No, this is for the attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, just 1 week after the attack, Thomas Campbell was ambushed by 3 men at the front door of his home. So he was then, this is kind of interesting, he was then dragged outside and tortured to death
Oh, my God.
in a 2-hour, quote, extraordinary act of barbarism.
Jesus.
Extraordinary.
He opens the door, he
act
still has a hammer in his head, and he's fucking attacking.
Well, no,
him.
this guy is the guy, Thomas Campbell's also a piece of shit. He
Oh,
was the one
okay.
who did 13 years in prison for manslaughter.
Jesus.
So it's just all around horrible.
Yeah, I don't even know who to hate in this one.
Kind of everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just like everyone involved is garbage.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. So during the beatdown, Campbell divulged key information about Thomas, so that was able to lead to the attack. The tracking device was placed on his car, which was used to conduct a reconnaissance mission to his home, to the dad's
Wow.
home. Anyway, tortured to death. The reason I wanted to cover this was 3 men burst out of a van, right? And then they drove to this unaccompanied house. They were seen shoving Thomas into the home as he desperately screamed. Then blood splattered on the walls and his new built home, because he had a newly built home. And it was brutalized while he was tortured for 2 hours. And do you know what they did?
What?
Thomas was stabbed, punched, and stomped on before they threw boiling water on his buttocks.
Man, they were really upset at this guy.
Yeah, on his butt.
They were disinfecting his butt.
Yeah, they
What?
put boiling water on his buttocks.
To make sure that he didn't have any worms when he went.
Yeah, isn't that just kind of funny?
That's pretty stupid.
Well, out of everything, I'd be like, that's the least of my, like the boiling water on my ass. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Tickles.
Yeah, it's like the butt is strong.
The butt is very strong. A lot of meat there.
Who ran off to grab a pot of boiling water?
Somebody had to
said-
boil it.
Who actually filled the pan with water and then was like, "Set. All right, we got about like 7 minutes, so you can, I don't know, pull out his hair till then, just get creative. We
Yep.
got to wait for this water to get
Excuse
hot."
me, gents.
It might be a Home Alone situation where
Yeah.
it's like, we're the wet bandits. And he's like,
Right.
Stu, can you stop with the boiling water? He's
Yeah.
like, we're the boiling water boys.
We gotta leave our mark, man.
Yeah, we
It's like, we're not gonna make boiling water our mark. It's like, everyone's different, man.
everyone's different. We put boiling water on their butts.
How are they going to know if he doesn't have a scolded ass?
Nice.
Yep. So after the boiling water was poured on his butt, then he was dragged around the house as the attackers took all the drugs and money from him.
It's Fucking ridiculous.
And then he was left there to die in the hallway before he was discovered the following day by a neighbor.
With a burned butt.
And then the dad, he died too. So they brought him to the dad. So everyone's dead.
Oh, no.
Good Lord.
Sad.
You know?
This is just a big fiasco.
It's a fiasco.
Yeah.
And then, but there she is. She's still super hot. And
Enjoy your boobs in prison.
dangerous woman.
Yep.
All right. Well, be very careful. If you have any sensitivity, check for worms and make sure your ass is not burning. Any comments?
Yes. People saying strange things are afoot in Manchester.
They are. Manchester.
Lori, all she can picture is a huge melee, everybody whacking everybody.
I mean, seriously, that's all I can think of, too.
Chris is wondering butt of the week material for this lady.
Butt of the week. Burned butt of the week.
Burned butt. Yeah.
Of the week.
Anything on Kanye? I'm just fascinated by this Kanye thing. I know that was a little while ago.
Let's see.
Maybe we can revisit it tomorrow. No, we can't do Kanye 2 days in a row.
No, we can't Kanye 2 days in a
No,
row.
it's just there's really not much to talk about.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Nothing.
Not really.
No.
I don't think anybody's really surprised about Kanye.
I think everyone's
It's very
just
true,
kind of,
yeah.
That's
yeah.
true.
He's getting so just over the top every other story he's coming out with. So
Yep.
Right.
this was just a natural evolution, I think.
It definitely seems, yeah.
I'm evolving as an artist
Right.
and a pedophile.
Admitted incestuous pedophile.
All right, everyone. Well, with those words, we will wrap up this episode. Thank you so much for joining. Can't wait to have another great week. Hail yourselves. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Goodbye.